In today's breaking story, Trump just defied the Supreme Court with a sudden bomb. That's right, Trump's disrespect for the law just continues to become more and more apparent. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, it's true, Trump doesn't care about the law, and part of the reason that he doesn't care about any of this stuff, all he cares about is his own ego, is because he is surrounded by yes men. Yes men so despicable that it would make Kim Jong-un blush.
If you all haven't stopped by the Department of Labor, Mr. President, I invite you to see your big, beautiful face on a banner in front of the Department of Labor, because you are really the transformational president of the American worker, along with the American flag and President Roosevelt.
Working for this government, for you, is the greatest honor of my life. I tell it to everybody, and I really do feel that way, and I thank you.
You have breathed life back into the profession of law enforcement. Your respect for law enforcement is so incredible. It's making a difference.
This is just such a great opportunity, really, to recognize your leadership as a true champion for working people. Well, everyone knows there's no stronger advocate for hardworking American families than you.
Well, Mr. President, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to work for you.
And our country has never been so secure thanks to you. You have brought us back from the edge.
And there's only one thing I wish for, that noble committee finally gets its act together and realizes that you are the single finest candidate since the Nobel Peace, this Nobel Award was ever talked about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I nearly threw up there. That was just so disgusting. Wow. What's even more pathetic is they're talking Trump up like this when in the real world, we can all tell it's nonsense. I'm sorry to the GOP. You can't gaslight us, okay? Trump isn't that great. I mean, he has the National Guard picking up trash in DC. But now Trump has just defied the Supreme Court with a sudden bomb. Take a look at today's top story. President Donald Trump has just detonated a political bomb, openly defying the Supreme Court in a way legal experts say could change the balance of power in Washington forever. Trump announced the ouster of Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, citing an unproven allegation of mortgage fraud made by one of his housing finance allies. Cook denies all wrongdoing, is refusing to step down, and has already filed a lawsuit, guaranteeing this fight will head straight to the courts. But here's the shock. The Supreme Court already suggested earlier this year that the president does not have the power to fire Federal Reserve officials at will. The court's conservative majority called the Fed a uniquely structured, quasi-private entity designed to be insulated from politics. That should have made Cook untouchable. Trump doesn't care. He's betting the court won't actually enforce its own words. By firing Cook for cause with a charge that hasn't been proven, Trump is daring the justices to step in. Legal scholars say the justices may hesitate to overrule a president's subjective definition of cause, even if the real reason is Trump's fury that the Fed hasn't slashed interest rates. Harvard Law's Jack Goldsmith summed it up bluntly. The firing of Lisa Cook may be pretextual, but it is not obviously illegal.
And the legal flaw here is that statute where Congress has said you can only fire based on cause. What's the legal definition of cause? It's not a tweet.
It's not a tweet
by a Trump partisan. Can you imagine if a tweet could be the basis for breaking the law? All you need to do is ask, you want to get rid of somebody, tweet. Cause has to be proof that the law has been broken or gross misconduct on the job. What do these baseless allegations even have to do with her job? So what you see is, as Ali notes, another red line that has been breached and broken in this push towards authoritarianism. But it's one that hits Americans in the pocketbook.
Even conservatives are alarmed. Right-wing commentator Eric Erickson warned Trump is playing with fire, undermining Fed independence and declaring guilt without due process. So the question is, will the Supreme Court stand up to Trump or back down? Either way, this bomb has already exploded, and the fallout could reshape America's economy and democracy. Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.